my name is Tamara López and I'm going to be talking about education within climate change. So, first things first, what does education has to do with climate change? Well, some of you already know the answer. It's a simple answer, but some of you don't. Don't you worry, I'm gonna explain it to you. Well, education is base of everything. Without education, we're nothing. Education is what is gonna bring us success in life, and it's gonna take with you when you die. It's what your parents are gonna give you. The only thing that's gonna give you, that they are gonna give you, is education. And I'm not talking about maths or chemistry or physics. No, I'm talking about moral and ethic. You have a moral and ethic, and you can learn that by traveling, by reading. And from us, unbelievable that it sounds, you can. Some of us don't have the resources to travel or to get a book, and some of you does not have even the resources to get into school, because yes, society around you can teach you moral and ethic because you could realize if what they're doing is good or if it isn't. But this is also climate change. Why does this thing has to do with the other one? Well, climate change has been a recurring problem and we don't know how to manage it. We try to, we do. We buy solar panels or we buy light bulbs and it's fine. But you're one person of 7 billion that is living in the world. What does this mean? Is that we're making it worse because you might buy that, but the other people, what are they doing for their nothing? Or what do you know? How do you know if they're doing something for the planet? And this has to do with education because you're being selfish, but at the same time, you're not caring. That is the same thing. Let me give you an example about education within climate change. Once I was in the school, my older school, and I saw two guys talking, but one of these guys was eating a granola bar. When he finished his granola bar, he just took the trash and dropped it in the floor without caring, without thinking how damaging can that be to the planet. The other one realized that and told him like, dude, that is not a place for the trash. There are like 100 trash cans here. You can just pick it up and go to one and drop it there. That is the correct place. So the other one got a little pissed, picked it up, went to the trash cans. But the thing is that the trash cans were divided in sections. What does this mean? Organic, inorganic, glasses, PET, etc. And they were even painted by colors for you to realize which one is the correct. In this case, the inorganic one was the correct trash can that the guy needed to drop the trash, but he didn't realize that, he didn't care, he didn't even watch. He just went close to one, open it, drop the trash, close it, leave. And the other guy that told him that it was wrong, didn't tell him anything. There is where we can see the level of education they have, home education. The guy that told him that the trash was in the floor and that was wrong had a much high level of education. Not that high, not that big, no, but a little bit higher than the other one because the other one did everything wrong. First, he dropped the trash in the floor. Second, he didn't care where he dropped the trash in the trash cans. Two things that are going to affect our planet, believe it or not. Because it wasn't the floor, it was a garden. There were plants. And this is just a small example of ignorancy and bad education. But what happens when it gets bigger? What happens when you're talking about oceans or forests and people is just deforestation or dropping trash into the oceans? Because 3 months ago I went to Acapulco and I saw the ocean and I saw plenty of trash. Even though people weren't at the beach because of the coronavirus, there were trash. And animals are dying because of this. And what we're not realizing is that we share the same things with animals and with plants. They give us the resources to breathe, the resources to have a good life. And animals too, because every animal is in the earth for some reason. Everyone, and we are killing them. For example, the bees. Bees are super important for the planet environment. They give us honey, and not because of that. They control some plagues. They control the flowers. They control the air being pure, and we're killing them. Why we are doing it? They are living animals. Maybe they can talk, but what if they could? What would they tell us? That they are animals, that they live here too, and they are giving us resources to live, as well as the plants. When we cut a tree, or even a flower, when we cut a flower of a plant, we're not thinking that this flower is living, is using water, is using sun, and is giving us oxygen, is giving us O2 to breathe. and we're thanking them by killing them? Because we're killing them by cutting a flower, by cutting a tree, by cutting anything. We are killing them. And that's not correct, of course. But we can change it. We can be able to change it. And if, of course, it's not gonna be easy, but you can do like a small try. You can buy better lime bulbs, or you can waste less water, or you cannot kill animals. And sometimes people say vegetarianism is good because you're not killing animals. I know that if you like meat, you don't have to do it. But do small other things that could help us, because you're not helping only yourself, you're helping all of us. And once I was talking with a guy and he told me like, why is the deal with dropping something on the floor? Just some trash. And I was like, dude, do you realize that it's one trash for 7 billion people that is living around the world? Because we all have done it. We have to accept that. We all have dropping something on the floor. Maybe we don't know it. We have it like in our pants and it just falls and we don't realize that and we keep going and we are damaging the world. And what are we going to do about it? We're going to change it together. For we are a better planet, because it's all of us. 7 billion people living here, not 7 billion people and animals and plants that we're killing by doing that. Because it's one per person. One per person. One trash. 7 billion trashes in the floor. Why? It's not that hard. But sometimes that is convenient for the government. Why? I'm not talking about climate change now. I'm talking about ignorance in education. Because a governor thinks like, well, more ignorant people, more votes for me. They won't care about the other ones. They're going to care about themselves. They're going to be selfish. And I'm not against being selfish. Sometimes being selfish is good. But in this case, it's not. Like, they're gonna just care about them. They're not gonna care about everybody else that is around them. And imagine a lady that has kids. And those kids are just, they don't work, they don't study. And I'm gonna put Mexico as an example because it's the 11th country with ignorance in the scale in the world. Imagine that your country is in the 11th place of most ignorant people in the world. It's something we shouldn't be proud of. But anyway, the president told us that he was going to give money to the people that does not work and does not have a job. So imagine this lady. She goes to the bus section. She just like, okay, this guy wants to have more habits for the animals and wants to control the animal fishing. Okay, no. This guy wants to give us money to my kids because they don't do anything. That's great. No, it's not great. You have to think for everybody. Maybe, yeah, you're gonna get money out of this, and not even enough money. But what are you gonna get with the other one? A better place, a better chance. Just imagine this. You have your home, your house where you live, and imagine that it's dirty. And some people come around and they say like, oh my god, it smells so horrible. Oh, there's trash all over the floor. That's the same thing with the planet. The planet is your home. It's where you live. Think about it. You don't want a dirty home. You don't want a dirty house. You don't want a stinky house. No, you don't want that. You want a clean house. You want them to be good. Just be selfish for this time. Think about that the planet is only your house and you want it to be clean. So you need to clean it up. That's it. That's all you have to do, clean it up. Take away those habits and put some new ones that couldn't affect the planet, that will kind of benefit us. Because by benefiting yourself, you're going to benefit everybody else. As easy as that. I know it's a challenge for some of you that say like, well, I have this habit and it's hard to change it, but you can change it. We can change it together. So basically, in conclusion, I just say that it's something important that you have to think about more often. Think about yourself in these kind of situations, but do not think about yourself in situations like dropping the trash and saying like, it's not gonna affect me. Please consider that. I hope you like this TED Talk, and I hope you guys have a big consideration about the world. Bye.